All right, so knowledge check 11.4.1. So this is dealing with the complete journey demographics data. So let me go ahead. I'm going to load complete journey. And let's take a look at, actually, let me go ahead and load dplyr while we're at it. And then I can take a look at, use this glimpse function, at the demographics, if I can spell it right, demographics data. All right, so we see we have 8 different columns: household ID, age, income, home ownership, and so on. So the second to do here is go ahead and select all columns that start with household and then underscore. So you can see, if you take a look, we've got household ID, household size, household comp for household composition. Now, if we wanted to select these columns, then what we could do is just do select and then list out the column names. And that's fine, except when you start working with very large data, it takes a long time to identify the columns you want, and it's much quicker to identify columns by using patterns. So in this case, we want to find households that start with household underscore. So I can use the starts with helper function and then just do household underscore. Let's spell that right. And then now I see I get the 3 columns back that have household underscore in their name. All right, so number 3 here, it says select all columns that contain underscore. And then after that, we're gonna do some filtering. So first let's do the selecting of columns process. So select, and we're gonna use contains, because it says select all columns that contain underscore. Okay, so if we get that, we now see we have all our columns that have underscore somewhere in their name. And then the second part of this to do was go ahead and filter for observations where the household the household has 1 or more kids. So we can see we have kids count over here, and it's 0. We see 2, we see 3 plus. Unique thing about this column is it's a factor, and we'll talk about that in some future lessons. But for right now, we know we can go ahead and just do kids count, and we want to do basically greater than 0. So it says where the household has 1 or more kids. Go ahead and filter for that. Now when we run that, we see kids count 2, 3 plus, 2, 3 plus, and so on. If we want to see like what values we actually have in this last column, this kids count, quick way to do that is there's a couple ways actually. We could do distinct. Let's see, we can do distinct kids count, run that, then it shows us now we have the kids count 1, 2, and 3 plus. We could also go ahead and do count and call that column name, and it'll show us how many observations we have for each of those values.